Hello, how are
Hi.
you?
Good. How are you?
I'm well, are you ready? Okay, BTW, the first couple of minutes of your appointment, my cat, I didn't realize my cat was in my session room, so you're gonna see me running around being like, go, go, go. So
No
just
worries.
negate it, push it out of the way, okay? So
I got a cat too. I know.
you get it. Okay. No, he's okay with being in, but recently he's done this thing where he likes to come up and like put his butt in the camera, and that ain't gonna fly. And so there ain't no way. So thank you for letting me do that. So number one, welcome in. We have 30 minutes. Let's rock it. I am actually you're my first person of the day, so you get all of my spunk, all of my energy. But I'm also very excited about this. So I did a little mini meditation for a second, which means just like zoning out. I don't know. We're gonna see where it's gonna go. I'm kind of fascinated in it. There's like this weird feeling of like I know that you feel very free, you feel very cool, you feel very honest, but like there's a weird feeling of like being ripped apart, and I have no idea. That's not coming from you. That's probably coming from these people. It's like I don't know. There's like a lot of stuff going on. You must have a lot of Scorpio on your chart, and we'll have to figure out where that is maybe down the line.
I have lots
That's
of yep.
Yeah, because it's very heavy. And I know you're very light, so it's interesting. You can kind of feel that difference in vibration. So let me tell you a little bit about how I do it. Number one, I'm just gonna have this pen. We're probably gonna chew on it a whole hell of a lot. I'm gonna have a notepad. All I do with this is I just scribble. I get anxiety when I channel. This one's a fairly new one, but all I do is destroy trees. The next thing is, even though they're wonderful, the next thing is that people ask, how do you get messages? Depending on how the person died, depending on your connection with them, depending how they want to talk, and depending on if I know what they're talking about, I get them in a couple of different ways. Well, four. They'll do signs and symbols. Sometimes something like, oh, we want to talk about an anniversary that's about to happen. So they'll show me a white balloon. For me, if they show me that, that means it's like in a week. We're there. If they show me a colorful balloon, that means, okay, birthday's about to happen in a week. But then if they make me hear happy birthday, then I'm like, okay, it's like today or tomorrow. Like there's all these different things. They'll make me feel, the different, if it's mom, if it's dad, if it's out here. So you can kind of like feel these levels. Another thing they'll do is they will kind of make me see what happened to them, see what happened to you, make me like re-experience it through a third person viewpoint or by feelings. Like dying in a car accident feels like something to me. They may not always show it, but there's a feeling behind it. And then the last one is that they will go and they'll do words and phrases. They'll just boob up in my head. I got to tell you what they are. A lot of times it's a combination of all of them. Sometimes they don't necessarily want to talk about, oh my God, I had a zebra cup when I was 5, right? They want to talk about experiences that they had, what was going on, what's happening with you, where you need to go, and all that stuff. And so just hang out, flow. We're going to see what we can get. If you have any questions, ask me. Just go for it. I'm gonna start looking really stupid here in just a second because I'm gonna be zoning out into this light. And so if you have any questions, if you want me to go to a different direction, just tell me. Okay,
Okay.
just yell at me. I'm here for you, and I'm just kind of, this is my own exploration of what happens when we die too. So everything kind of hyper fascinates me in a little way. So it was interesting before I started the session. I know you're wanting messages to come through, and we'll have that. There's some sort of masculine energy that shows up. We'll get rid of that. It's just there. It's just kind of like hits me in my face. But I really want to focus on the friend because I thought that was very interesting. There is the first thing that they showed me was, it's interesting that you are in a car, because the first thing they showed me was like sitting in a car, sitting in like a front seat or a passenger seat next to you and going ha 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 ha, like back and forth, back and forth. I don't know. Necessarily, hang on, let's figure out how old though. This person like passed like right before they would have graduated out of high school.
Um, Shortly after.
Right after. Okay, yeah, because they're talking about, this is what they just showed me. I go, how old were you? What was that? And I go, you're in a car. I said, were you able to drive? And they're talking about how they made the age of driving. For me down here, that's 16. I go, okay, cool. And then they showed me graduation, or they showed me what would be graduation age. So for me, that's like 18, 19 in that area. But then they show me like a chopping block, gok. So that means like either I got cut off like right before that, or right at, or right after. They're talking
We
about,
yeah. Sorry.
yeah, no,
We
no,
lost connection right after high school.
Ah, okay. Yeah. She's just talking about how happy, happy high school, laughing, 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 and then duck, nothing. It's interesting too because that was the person that was making me feel this being ripped away from each other when I was talking about rippage. Um, hold on, let's see. They're just talking about going in two separate directions, so maybe two forks in the road there, but why? I'm just gonna be asking questions in my head. And who are you and what happened with you? It's interesting. The person in my head just said, please, quote unquote, forgive me. I don't know. I don't think they did anything bad though. Maybe it's just like maybe it was more on her side that she left the thing than you. I think you just went two separate ways.
Yeah.
Maybe she was just being catty. I don't know. There's nothing bad. Like nobody's yeah,
Yeah.
this is okay. So let me tell you, it's a feeling. Let me tell you the feeling I'm getting so I can explain it. So I go, why are you saying please forgive me? I go, you didn't sleep with anybody's boyfriend, you didn't hurt them, nobody's doing anything like that. And she talks about how to you she loves you, but she was like like that feeling. And so it's like cattiness or maybe being a cunt bucket. That's
Yeah.
what I like to use. She what? You were each other's fail safe all throughout. It wasn't just best friend, it was like you hold everything. There is maybe she was going around. I feel like you were very, very, I can't even find the word right now. I'm sorry. You were very, very steadfast and true to this person. And maybe this person was like the butterfly on you. So maybe this person was like the one, like, let me go and talk shit behind her back, or let me go and like say this and let me like ruin her life a little bit. Like that's kind of how this feels. And that's I it's a betrayal that I've had, and that's what it feels like. And I'm like, oh my God, what a butthead. This kind of feels like the thing of, you know, oh, I have a boyfriend, forget about you at the same time.
Right.
So what? Let's see more. What did you do? I want to remember good stuff too. Hang on. I have music on in my headphones. It's the Gladiator theme. So if you ever think I'm looking at my phone, I'm not. I'm just making sure that the commercials don't stay on. What? Tell me. I was talking about hitting a wall. It's interesting. She just had you with a bottle. Maybe she's had you with a bottle and she's like standing beside you and she's like, don't drink or don't do this or don't do this, because you're like, man, I'm fucked up. Like
Yeah.
you would go overboard, and she's like sitting with you. There's some sort of lower vibe that goes with that, and she's like kind of like this person that tries to pep talk you. I want to know why though. She feels like she has to get back to you a whole lot. What? You live in forests, something like that. Something they're talking about how nature is our calling. I like the way this is. She likes being out with you, but you don't like bugs, which is interesting. I don't either. She's talking about how, yeah, she's showing me like, you know, oh, we love nature, but you like that. I go, oh, okay. What happened? So what else is going on in her life? Okay, so you thought you found like this big. Okay, so you're not married right now or anything?
I am.
Are you really? Interesting. So she
Yeah.
shows like this. She goes and she says, love of her life. And then she goes, swoon, 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 which means like love, love, love. But then she shows like breaking or crack. So maybe we're like very disappointed in there. Maybe something was going on that's causing our heart to make, I don't know. We'll have to figure out what that is, or if that's what she's talking about in the future.
Could have been who I chose.
Oh, that could be
She
it
knows
too.
my
Could be.
husband.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, it could be this. It could be that you thought, and that doesn't mean it's bad. That doesn't mean we need to get
Yeah.
rid of it. It could be that we
Yeah.
thought it was amazing. We thought it was going to be great, and now we're like slightly disappointed in it. But we're here, right?
Right.
So what? Tell me. It's interesting. She's kind of blaming her passing on herself, so it's kind of like getting into like a tragic area in a way. Because she's talking about how, and I don't know why. We'll have to figure out what that is. She says that. What did you do? What happened to you? She didn't get murdered. That's good.
Yeah.
I go, what did you, I said, what happened to you? And I'm holding up all of my different things. It's weird because the first thing she said, she goes like this, but it's not, we're not incredibly sad. So I'm trying to figure out what does that mean. Hmm. She, but she had time to understand the death. That's interesting. Because she goes, I said, what happened to you? Was it instant? Was it that? And then she's talking about having the feeling that, oh my God, here it comes down the line. I go, okay, she. I just kind of wish she would have been able to have like more time with her. I don't know where she moved. I don't know how far away she moved from me, or maybe at that point we were just broke and so nobody could go and like be with each other. I don't know. Maybe that's a whole thing too. She's talking about how how old are you? Was she only like 24?
20.
20, really? Okay. Yeah, she's talking about having this level-headed, being very, very smart, being very, very in tune. And for me, she feels a lot more,
She was a lot,
yeah, she
yeah,
just feels older.
more
She doesn't
mature.
feel like, yeah, she doesn't feel like a stupid 21-year-old or 20-year-old like I
No.
was. She keeps showing me sunflowers. She keeps showing me dancing around. She keeps showing me like this, so it means we're a party person, or we really really enjoy doing stuff like that. She's trying to show you that don't be sad about her passing, but I'm trying to get her to tell me what. um Weird. Did she end up like getting, hold on, she keeps showing me medical, and then she keeps showing me maybe we were on it for a long time, because then she shows me like breathing treatment or like having like that, like fighting for our life, but we didn't get hit by a car. So I'm wondering if it's like a form of maybe she got, but the sickness, whatever this is, was super super quick. So it's like we got it and like within a year or something it's gone. It almost feels like she'd have like leukemia or something, but I don't know what happened with her.
She was killed in a car accident
Car accident. So why was she, how long was she on life support for?
for about 12 hours.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay. So that's why she knew it was coming. So she goes like this. She
Yeah.
says, and that's why I'm like leukemia. She says, I knew that death was coming. She says, every bone or every muscle in my body hurt. And then she's
Yeah.
talking about sitting there with this tube out of her mouth for forever. And then she's talking, yeah, she was intubated. And she's talking about how it's weird because the car accident thing, was she riding with somebody else and like they were being yeah.
Yeah, the passenger survived. She died.
She died. Okay, cool. She's talking about how maybe she made the wrong decision, or she made the wrong, like that. That's why she keeps like adding it onto her. I don't know how you would make that in that, because I don't think, does she like go into oncoming traffic?
What happened was it was raining, and this is what I was told. I'm not exactly sure. But it was raining, and then the cars stopped, and she hit the car in front of her. So there was 4 other cars. And then so she was on the side of the road, and then a drunk driver thought that that was a lane.
So she hit, and then she got hit herself all the way through. Oh my God. So no wonder. Yeah, because there's not like, so that's where the drinking part comes into play. She's talking about how the initial thing or something was her fault, which means she hit this, but then there's after that, it's like there's something to do with that. And I'm like, what's up with partying? What's up with drinking? So no wonder she's dancing around, because she's happy. This was like the most painful scenario for her and her body ever afterwards. The way she made me feel is though, did she end up having a skull fracture? Do we know about that?
I think she did have a TMI. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
They didn't give me. Yeah, we were only 20, so I didn't get a lot of the
details.
Details
Gotcha.
of it.
Okay.
But she did have her. Pretty sure she had her head wrapped up.
Really? Yeah, poor buddy. She's just making me, she keeps talking about head. She keeps talking about how people being around us and like talking to us, yelling at us, having these conversations with us, like stuff like that. But there's not a whole lot of time, and my entire body hurts, which feels like leukemia would because it goes all the way through you. But there's weird because there's no treatment. That's why I was like, this must happen really quickly. Because the way she's showing it, she tell me. And you still remember it. You still remember the day. You still remember everything like that. You still remember it. So it's always in the back of your head all the time. They never put anything at the site for this.
I'm not even exactly sure. Like she was in Seattle. That's 4 hours
Oh, so that's
of
why
us.
you're so far away.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah. So
okay.
I mean, I was there. I was there.
Yeah, they
I
were there at the
you
end.
know, but
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not sure what if they did anything or
So
I
this is
kind of
what I would want you to do. We can go from the past, that's fine, but I want you to put up a little memorial for her. Okay, and I
okay.
just want you to do it in your house. And this doesn't mean that we have to have, pictures. We don't have to have everything like that, but all I want you to do is get something that was her favorite, like you sent me a picture of a butterfly. Get something like that, put her name on it, and then just light a candle in front of it and say that I love you. Because
Okay.
what that is that when you do that, you are giving part of your energy, you're giving your thoughts, your prayers, your emotions, and you're saying I love you, I appreciate you, I'm still here with you. Okay. And so it helps them. Is she in a place where she needs help? No, she's in what I'd like to call heaven because she's not using a hell of a lot of words. She's using all these feelings, which is great. But was that terrifying? Yeah. Um, she wants you to be happy. You're asking about messages, and the first thing is um she keeps coming up to you and she keeps like trying to touch your face and lift you up and lift you up. You feel very and maybe this may be the Scorpio thing in you too, which is cool because I have that as well. But I also have a lot of Libra, so it's like this cynical, fun person at the same time. And so for you, it's like I need you to do something you love, find something you love to do that not just like, oh my God, I like to go, get my nails done like I do, but it's something that makes your heart sing and makes your heart soar. Have you ever thought about, give me a second, let me ask about this. And you don't garden, right? No, y'all have a house though right now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Okay.
I'm
Sorry.
awful at gardening. I kill everything.
Okay. So this is what she just said. Sorry, I put the cart before the horse for a second. I go, well, what does she do? What does she do? And she goes and she gets a plant and then she puts soil over it. Then she puts X on it. And I said, oh my God, how is she gonna? She goes, no, no, no. She has a house. She has the area for it. And I'm like, okay. So maybe you need to get like really into that or like bringing things to life. She talks about how did you have a really big dog that died?
Um,
I want to say like a
I mean, there
really
was
fat lab.
a, re- a bear was my husband's dog. He was really fat.
Yeah, huge. Like this thing is
Yeah.
round. Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. And what breed was he?
He was a mutt, but I'm pretty sure he had some chow in him or something.
Yeah, chow or lab, and yeah, because he has like what would be almost like he looks like a lab, but his face is a little bit shorter, so I'd say like brachycephalic. And this thing
Yeah.
is huge. And what he does is he's like walking around this backyard in my head, which would be like your backyard, or maybe it's like very very open. And so he
Uh-huh.
really enjoys this space. I don't know necessarily if he's ever been to your house. Maybe this is a newer place, so he's never been to this
Yeah.
location. But
Yeah.
he enjoys it. So what they just showed me is like you out there like trying to plant or trying to do something, and this big huge dog is like what a ghost dog is walking around you. Let your husband
Yeah.
know that his dog showed up. Wait,
Okay.
I'm gonna ask him about that. I'm gonna go back to our friend in just a second, but because he walked in front of me, I have to figure out this. Um,
That's
yeah, they just show up. He wasn't doing anything besides like going on the ground and sniffing. I'm like, okay, I gotta recognize this animal. What? Watch out for your cat getting like an eye infection. Weird. Or
okay.
maybe they have allergies all the time. I don't know. It's two things. They're talking about drops, but this you feel like you take really good care of your animals. Um this dog does not like your cat.
Nobody likes a cat.
Yeah, no, no, not at
The cat
all.
doesn't like
Is
dogs.
it okay. Yeah, see? There you go. Did you have a male cat before?
The cat we have right now is male.
You do have a male. Okay, cool. So they talked about I keep hearing this dog saying in my head, it's a boy, it's a boy, it's a boy, it's a boy. And like he sits like this and
We call
I'm
it
tell me.
we thought it was a girl forever, and so my daughter's always yelling at me for misgendering her cat.
Oh, okay. So your dog knows about that it's a boy and is definitely
Yeah.
letting it go, letting it known. So he likes him, but kind of not.
Yeah.
What? Let me ask. I want to see who else. I want to go back to her and I want to see for questions too. And I want to see who this other guy is too. So far we have a best friend, a dog, and there's some sort of gentleman here. Did y'all used to snowboard?
Yeah.
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 Weird.
With Blondie,
Who's Blondie?
my best friend.
Really? Oh, is that the nickname? Okay.
Yeah.
How interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
How I've never touched a snowboard, but what they just showed me is they just showed me, you know, when they had the winter games for like BMX, I used to watch
Hey,
those. And
race BMX.
shut up. Are you serious?
Yeah. Anyways, come on.
That's so weird. I love this. I love this. Yeah, they just showed me the winter games for BMX and they showed me a snowboard and I was like, what is this about? And they wait, tell me, so what? Yeah. That's what she did. I'm like, okay, so they're just wanting you to know like these very, very happy times. Did you end up, ooh, I wonder if you have done this or you will do this. Did you like almost like you thought you broke your ankle, but it was just a really, 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 really bad sprain or something?
My daughter did.
Hi,
She
daughter. Oh my God.
she just got in the car right when you said that.
Oh, how weird. Oh, how interesting. Yeah, they just showed ankle and then they showed it swelling up massively and everybody's like, "Oh my God, it's broken. We're going to have to put pins in it or something like that." And then it's like, "Oh no, it's just we're just going to wrap it like that."
You want to hear something really crazy? I was watching your live and I was watching your live and you kept talking about Havana in Cuba. Her name's Havana. And so I was just like, this is so weird.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah, it's weird that I chose that, like out of like what, all 1,500 people that are in there. I just saw it and I was like, okay, and I had Cuban food for lunch.
I know, right?
Yeah, everything happens for a reason. So your dad or wait, hold on. Is that your, give me a second.
I know it. Dad situation.
This is so interesting. Somebody keeps talking about, but you don't have a 5-year-old son.
Oh my God.
Yeah. What's up with like the little boy? It's okay. That's what they keep talking about.
I had a miscarriage.
Did you really? Oh, yeah. There's a little boy here, and that's why I was like, and they're very, very tough, and they're very, very intense. So it would have been a younger brother for your daughter over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And so this little kid is showing up in my head, and they're very rough and tumble, and they have like the cool like spiked hair all the way like in my thing, and there's like and it's like man, I'd been so cool, mom, like kind of in this area, and so I'm just letting you know that your best friend / your husband's dog is bringing this person in for you, because it's interesting. Yeah. Because your daughter came in, so now he wants to be recognized as well. So please. So they would have fought back and forth like cats and dogs. They would have beaten each other's ass in a good way. It would have been very interesting. But then down the line, it would have been pretty cool.
Yeah.
Tell me. Don't find yourself worthless because you didn't have him. Know that he's around you all the time and he's just kind of like there. I think at the same time too, it would have been very chaotic for you. I don't know what you go through. I don't know what you do, but it's very, very stressful for you to be a parent sometimes. I mean, like more over than the norm, maybe because anxiety. I get that too. I understand, but he's talking about how he's your stress reliever. He's your guy that walks around with you all the time and loves you. And he doesn't even walk. He kind of like floats, which is interesting. And he's very physical in my head. He, what? Interesting. There's a lot of like bohemian fringe blankets or something somewhere that he's talking about.
That's
Maybe.
Savannah's room. So we're all like way into that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He goes and he gets this blanket with like all this fringe all over it and has all these bohemian patterns. And I'm like, what are we doing? And he's like, and it's
It's my favorite.
very comfortable where y'all are at. He tell me, what is this? It's like we like new, but we also like retro. I like both of them, but it's like cool. He
Yeah.
what, hold on, he's taking me outside. Your mom needs to learn how to garden, by the way. Her best friend wants her to do that. Interesting. So I'm gonna say Amanda is Blondie is trying to talk about where she's at and what she did. What happened with her mom? Her mom's still alive, correct?
Yeah, I meet up with her every once in a while.
Good,
She
good,
yeah,
good,
she
good.
paints for me
Yeah,
and
oh, so good. She goes like this. She goes, Mom, Mom, Mom. And then she talks about you traveling or like traveling to meet. And I said, are we going to the cemetery? Are we going to what? Like, what does this mean? And then she talks about how mom like won't, I guess mom was very passionate about keeping all of her things or keeping all of her stuff or something. It was very,
oh
very
yeah.
intense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she's talking about
She
not wanting to tell me.
yeah. Yeah, she's always telling me, you know, I know Bonnie wants you to have something, but like she just has never given it to me. But I have some of her clothes that she left at my house still hanging in my closet.
Oh,
So
okay. Oh, perfect. Yeah. I'm
yeah,
asking. Yeah, I asked her, I said, what about mom? I said, what has she given her or anything like that? Because obviously she goes, oh no, mom is very with all
yeah.
of my stuff. And I go, oh, okay. She says that what? I just want you to take a shot and smoke a bowl for her. I have no idea why, like that is a thing or
Oh
something.
my
It's
god.
so interesting. You go like this, she goes, this is for you. Ah, and she's
Oh
like,
my
yeah,
god.
yeah,
Goldschlager. No, no. What was it? It wasn't Goldschlager. It was
like
some
fireball.
stuff. Yeah, yeah. It was a cinnamon one with the crystals on the bottom of it.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Uh,
Yep. Yep.
what was
I
it
know what you're
called?
talking about. I've seen it before. We have it down here in Texas. They make a lot of drinks with it. Yeah. So that is the thing for you.
Oh,
She
that's
she
Megan. Yeah, she was
loves
just. Oh my god,
she's
that's so
huge into
funny. Go
that.
ahead.
She loves your daughter. She loves your daughter. She keeps telling her, hold on.
And I always have told Vanna that she just love her.
Uh-huh. Well, this is an interesting thing. I said, did you know her? How old was she when she had her? How does that go? And then she goes and she takes your daughter, Savannah, and she kisses her and gives her to you. So I'm guessing she was a part of, she had already passed by the time that you had her. Yeah. And so she's a part of sending her in for you. Okay, so there's a big connection there. It's kind of
Yeah,
like in a way that I would want you to like name her after her, but I know you didn't do that, but maybe you tossed that around.
I almost did. Yeah, but I
Mhm,
couldn't do
yeah.
Havana Amanda, and she hated her last name or her middle name, so I couldn't do that to her.
Yeah, yeah, that's what she says. She says that you, I said, oh my God, I said, best friend. I said, I bet she's after it. She goes, no, but she tossed it around a bit. I go, oh, okay, I get it. I get it. She
Yeah.
says that y'all are very, very happy with where you're at. I'm asking her about moving and stuff like that. And she says, no, y'all don't live, hold on, where? Y'all live far away from the ocean. You don't live very close.
No, we live
Okay,
probably
cool.
like 6 hours away.
Holy crap. Okay, yeah, you do. Okay. I go, what's your favorite place? What's your favorite place? And then she shows me like walking on like a pebble beach and like there's the ocean there, so she likes to hear it, but the forest is a thing. And I go, okay, well, what about them? Are they next to it? She goes, no, 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 they're far away. I go, fine. She says that what? I just want you to put on music in your house and put in your headphones and then think about her and talk to her. Like that's the whole thing. And she's just sitting there like doing this little rock thing. And I go, okay. So it's like you just keep doing that. You keep doing that. She's made me hear like Boys of Summer from the Atari. So y'all were totally like edgy rock at that point. She what? Did y'all actually like ooh, I don't like rap. It wasn't a rap thing. I'm from H-Town, so we're dirty down here in a good way. We're she's talking. I said, "What kind of music did you like besides that?" And she says X on that. She says that y'all are somewhere West Coast because she keeps talking about West Side. She talks about how
Yeah.
what yeah. She tells your husband to love you more. She goes, come
Oh,
on, come on. Love her. She shows that he's like a bear,
yeah.
kind of like walking around doing his own thing. And she's like, be more passionate, be more loving, be more this. You and your daughter, yeah, you and your daughter are BFFs, and I want you to keep it up. I don't see anything bad for you I mean, I think you're here for quite a while. Like, you're going to be okay. Your best friend is obviously one of your guides. So interesting that his dog showed up too. There is I want to see who this last person is. And then if you have any questions or if you need me, just email me first and I'll get right back to
Okay.
you. If I didn't have another session, I would just sit here for freaking, you are fascinating. You have so many cool people around you that I want to like touch on all the time. Hold on. What? Who are you? She keeps sending you hearts over and over. I want you to look for just hearts as a sign, just like regular, not like red hearts or anything, but just like an outline. So maybe you're seeing it in nature, maybe you're seeing it in clouds, maybe you're seeing it when you walk by. I don't like coins. I don't like any of that bullshit, but just take note and then send me a picture of it. What is that?
You said coin.
Coins. Oh my God. How weird. Oh my
I
God.
told I told her. I told her, I was like, just
Yeah, she just showed me quarters in my head and I'm like, coins, don't do coins, do hearts. So you have that there. So now I want you to change it to hearts. Okay. And then quiz me next time and she'll do that. That's so interesting, isn't it? Yeah. I just asked her, I'm like, where do you want to take me? Where do you want to go with this? So what? What? Interesting. Do you you like peanut butter?
it's like my main source of protein is peanut butter because I have a lot of gastrointestinal issues. So like that's really the only thing that I can really tolerate.
How
So,
interesting. Oh, okay. So my husband,
yeah.
so I'm not a huge fan. I only like crunchy ever so often, but that's it. But I do a lot of just because I don't know, I was forced it as a child so much, you know. And my husband and I, we went by our ice cream place and he got a milkshake that had peanut butter sauce inside of it. And she made me taste that because he made me taste it. And I was like, what is this? And she talks about spoonfuls for you. And I was like, all right, something about peanut butter. So she's around you for it. That's a new one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I get it. I love you and your shakes. I love you and what you do. You do such a good job. She's with you all the time. You're so cozy. Whenever you build a snowman this year, let me know. Show me. Send me a picture. That'd be fascinating.
Okay.
I don't know. She's talking about rolling out snowmen, so you must have a decent yard. Yeah, for right now, is your best friend with you? 110%. She's not. Oh, let me ask her one other question. You were able to let her go whenever you're there and you were seeing her. That's good. So you knew, I mean, like you knew she was going to pass, but there was a moment where you're there's no need to apologize to her. There's no I'm sorry's. There's no nothing. You just love her and it's okay that you were apart. She's talking about talking and she's talking about you saying like, you know, there's the feeling of this and that I wasn't there and that this separated us. And so she's saying like, no biggie, don't worry about it. That's why I'm here now.
I was mad at her when she died.
I know. Let that go. Let that go. Okay? Let that go. So for right now, my dear, I got to go to my next session. I wanted to go over them.
Yeah. Whew.
What I want you to do, I know it's heavy, it's intense, right? I want you to, I love them. It's because of you, because you're light, you're airy, your daughter's here. It's great. There's enough energy and your people are fabulous. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to take a couple of minutes. I want you to have a good breather or a good cry. And then when you go into the house tonight, I want you to make a little memorial for her. Just say her name, have something that she really likes, or put up that coin card. That's interesting. And then say like, I light this in honor of you for a candle. Say, I love you so much. And that way you're giving that energy back. I mean, if you need me, or if you have any questions, just email me too. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.